administration. Be coming up momentarily.
What makes a Michigander? It's our spirit. We have grit, and we never shy away from hard work. Even if you count us out, look down on us, or fly over us, I promise you, we will defy your expectations. That's who we are, a state of underdogs. From a rapper from 8 Mile who taught you how to lose yourself in the moment, to the bad boys who showed you that you always play like you're 1 point down. These are the underdogs you may know, but there are millions you don't. They built the American middle class and the automobile with their bare hands. They came with nothing, looking for something. That's what Michigan is at its best. A beacon for anyone who has been counted out or left behind, defined by hard work. Together, we can build a Michigan that's big enough for all of us and put the world on notice.
We're going to hear now from the 2 new legislative leaders at the state capitol. We have Democratic State Representative Joe Tate, as well as State Senator Winnie Brinks.
Good morning and thank you. As I look at my colleagues gathered here today, I recognize whether you are a nonprofit leader and the hardworking daughter of Dutch immigrants, a problem-solving engineer, a law dean, a dedicated prosecutor, the governor of our great state, or in my case, the son of a firefighter and public school teacher from Detroit. We are all on the same team, Team Michigan. Team Michigan is ready to seize 2023 and beyond, committed to ensuring families are supported, workers are valued, diversity is respected, rights are protected, communities are strong, the economy can thrive, and our children are safe. I want to thank my constituents for electing me from the 10th House District to represent them in the Michigan House of Representatives, and my caucus for choosing me to lead as Speaker of the House. Thank you and Happy New Year. Now turn it over to Senate Majority Leader Brinks.
Good morning. Today is a very good day for our beautiful state. As Governor Whitmer and Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist and other leaders take their oaths of office, a stunning opportunity stands before us to work together like never before, across legislative chambers and alongside the executive branch. It is with gratitude to the voters that have placed their trust in us that we embrace this opportunity to move in unison to improve the lives of the people of Michigan. As we celebrate this powerful moment together, we do so ever mindful that true unity is directly correlated to the strength we draw from the diversity of our great state. With an unprecedented and broad array of ideas, experiences, identities represented in the halls of power, it is a point of great pride that more Michiganders than ever before now have a seat at the table. So today is indeed a very good day. I'm proud to stand alongside Governor Whitmer in a unified commitment to the people of Michigan. I am confident in her strength and courage to meet the challenges and the joys of the task before her. And so, on behalf of the State Senate, I bring heartfelt congratulations to Governor Whitmer and all the leaders here on the occasion of the governor's second inauguration as governor of the state of Michigan. Thank you.
Please welcome the Honorable Jamie Horowitz to administer the oath of Attorney General Dana Nessel.
And so now Democratic Attorney General Dana Nessel is stepping up. This is her second term in office. She's taking the oath being administered by Judge Jamie Powell Horowitz, who's with the 45th District Court in Oakland County.
All right, we got it. I do solemnly swear or affirm to uphold the Constitution of the State of Michigan and the United States Constitution, and to discharge my duties as the Attorney General of the State of Michigan according to the best of my abilities.
I do. Woo! All right. Thank you. promised my wife I'd stick to the script. So spoiler alert, this is gonna be super boring. It's been the privilege and honor of my lifetime to have served as Attorney General of this amazing state, which I have called home all my life. Thank you to the voters of Michigan for giving me the opportunity to do it for another 4 years. I pledge to do all I can to represent the state with fairness, compassion, and with dignity, and to continue to search for and to implement every conceivable way to bring justice to as many people as possible. Ever mindful of the commitment to equal justice under the law for each and every person who calls Michigan home. So thank you to my family for all your love and support. Love you guys. Thank you to the amazing staff at the Department of Attorney General. Brilliant and dedicated public servants. Love you guys. And thank you again to the good people of the great state of Michigan. Really looking forward to the next 4 years. Thanks, everybody.
Amazing remarks there from Attorney General Dana Nessel. Next to the podium is Democratic Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson. She's going to be sworn in by Supreme Court Justice Elizabeth Welch, coming up again to the podium right now.
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this state, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Michigan Secretary of State according to the best of my ability. I do.
Governor Whitmer, Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist, Attorney General Nessel, members of the Michigan Supreme Court, state lawmakers, my family, friends, and distinguished guests. 4 years ago, I stood before you all and declared that it was a new day for democracy here in the state of Michigan. And indeed, it was. I stood before you then alongside my two mentors, the late United States Senator Carl Levin and the late Judge Damon Keith, both of whom are no longer with us. And I committed to each of you and to the citizens of Michigan that as Michigan's Secretary of State, I would work and fight every day to protect every vote, every voice, and our democracy. And did we ever? Over the last 4 years, we carried out the highest turnout elections in our state's history, and Michigan is now a national leader in fair and secure and accessible elections. Our votes are also safe and secure thanks to local election officials and election workers who stand guard over the integrity of our elections every day. Our legislative districts are drawn by citizens in a nonpartisan manner. And we've instilled a new standard and expectation for excellent customer service from our state government, where now everyone, no matter where you live, can be in and out of a Secretary of State branch office in under 30 minutes. We did all of this together, but our work is not yet done. We're in an era of misinformation, and bad actors continue to spread lies about our democracy to advance their own agendas. They seek to silence your voices and diminish your ability to hold your government accountable. But today proves they will not prevail. I stand before you today with the firm belief that every citizen deserves to live in a state where their voices are heard and where truth prevails. Our government works for everyone, where we work together as Democrats, Republicans, and independents to ensure that our state is safe, strong, and free. Because that's who we are as Michiganders and as Americans. In the years ahead, we will fight to recenter our political discourse on the facts and the truth. We will fight to ensure government operates transparently to earn the trust of all citizens. And we will fight to enact stronger protections for the people who make our democracy work, the local clerks and election workers all across our state who stand guard over the integrity of our elections. And we will continue to fight to ensure that every voice is heard and every vote is counted. We're going to do more because I'm a fighter and I'm just getting warmed up. We will emerge from this time, this moment in our history, with a stronger democracy and a stronger Michigan. It is the greatest honor of my life to serve as your Secretary of State. I'm grateful for your trust, your support, for the support of the incredible hardworking staff at the Michigan Department of State, for the support of my family and all of you here. And on behalf of all of you, I'm ready to continue working hard and fighting harder every day in my service to you and in the interests of our state, our people, and our democracy. So thank you. Now let's get back to work.
So we now turn to the swearing in of Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist, and he is taking the oath of office from former Michigan Supreme Court Justice Bridget Mary McCormick. Her resignation from the court took effect this morning as she handed her robe over to incoming Justice Kyra Harris Bolden. McCormick, though, was immediately named an acting Ingham County Circuit Court judge to take part in this inauguration, and they're stepping up to the rostrum now.
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this state,
and the Constitution of this state,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Lieutenant Governor according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Good morning, Michigan. It is with both great pride and humility that I return to your service as Lieutenant Governor of the great state of Michigan. My wife Ellen and I thank every Michigander for honoring us with the opportunity to represent our state. To Ellen, the love of my life and the anchor of my existence, I thank you and our children, Garland, Emily, and Ruby, for the courage, commitment, and clarity that you bring to this world every day and that you make sure that I bring to my service. I love you. Thank you, Governor Gretchen Whitmer, for how you work and win for the people of Michigan every single day. Thank you for the confidence that you have in me and the love you have for our people. It is your humble determination that inspires us all. Thank you to every person who put their faith in Michigan's future into action by voting in this election. Whether you voted for us, voted against us, or did not vote at all, we all have this in common. We are Michiganders whose collective pride in this place is more powerful than political divides, whose futures are woven together as the roots of the trees that color and cover this beautiful state. Today is our day of reflection and recommitment. We have come a long way together in these last 4 years, through trial and tribulation. We've taken care of needs and we've taken care of business. triumphing in significant ways. We together have proven that there is no such thing as impossible. Impossible is not a fact. It is an opinion, a shadow of doubt that strangles hope. But the fact is that in this 21st century America, in our magnificent Michigan, there is no great act of goodness that we cannot accomplish together. We have saved lives together. We have strengthened this economy. Recent years have seen the most new small businesses launched in Michigan in a generation by Michigan minds and Michigan muscle. This is a sign of the confidence that our friends and neighbors have in our state's ability to support their growth and success into the future better than any other state can. Now more Michiganders are connected to the internet than ever before. More connected to jobs, more connected to education, more connected to opportunity, and more connected to each other. We are on pace to connect every person in Michigan to the internet before any other large state. And this is a race that Michigan can and Michigan will win. We now together turn Michigan's sand, solder, and sunlight into semiconductors at scale, positioning our best in the world workers and companies to build the next American century, just as Michigan workers and innovators did with automobiles and mobility in the 1900s. Our nation's future will be Michigan made. We are grinding to a halt the cruel churn of a reality where the amount of money you have today determines the heights you can reach tomorrow. And thanks to our collective effort, Michigan's children and adults have greater access to equitable, affordable paths to enhance their minds through education, leading to careers that decrease poverty, increase wealth, and improve quality of life for families. Now, yes, it's true that we have lost, but we also have loved. We've wept and we have worked. Yet circumstance has not stopped us from carrying forward. Indeed, it's our enduring grit and grace that propels us. And we have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to make things happen across Michigan. We can go further. We can deliver more. We can make life easier for those who are struggling to get by. And doing so now will make a difference for decades. Our pledge is as simple as it is profound. We will serve and support the success of every Michigander, every educator and engineer, every artist and entrepreneur, every steel worker, auto worker, and farmer, every parent and child. Know that your success is Michigan's success. We must seize these next several years as an opportunity to truly demonstrate how we as public servants can use the tools and powers the people have given to us to create the conditions for prosperity and equity. There's a role for all of us, working people, the differently able, the public and private sectors, students, members of our tribal nations, philanthropists, and elders. We must meet this moment by choosing partnership rather than partisanship, working shoulder to shoulder to show how much we can get done when we do it together. In this, the Great Lakes state, shaped by the once frozen and ever-changing waters we are uniquely blessed to steward. It is our rivers that shape how I view the opportunities that the present and the future hold for us all. Our task is to make wide as possible those rivers of opportunity for the Michiganders of today and tomorrow, to help people in every community, in every corner, on both peninsulas of Michigan, stand strong, proud, and tall to be their best selves, to overcome every obstacle, to outcompete every competitor, and to turn their ideas into a better future for all of us. So let us not be small in our imaginations. Let us not be narrow in our relationships, for it is the widest rivers that bring forth the most life. Thank you, Michigan. God bless you. And again, God bless the great state of Michigan.
That was Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist, and Governor Gretchen Whitmer, the 49th governor of the state of Michigan, is going to make her way to the podium. The newest member of the Michigan Supreme Court, Kyra Harris Bolden, will administer the oath of office for the governor's second four-year term. Now, we should note really quickly at the conclusion of the oath, we are going to see and hear a 19-gun salute and flyover.
Please repeat after me. I, Gretchen Whitmer. I, Gretchen Whitmer. Do solemnly swear. Do solemnly swear. That I will support the Constitution. That I will support the Constitution. Of the United States. Of the United States. And the Constitution of this state. And the Constitution of this state. And that I will faithfully discharge. And that I will faithfully discharge. The duties of the office of governor. The duties of the office of governor. According to the best of my ability. According to the best of my ability. Congratulations. Thank you. Attention now. Hello, Michigan. I am honored to be here, and I am excited to get to work. First, I got to thank my family, my daughters, Sherry and Sydney, my husband, Mark, my dad, Dick Whitmer, who's watching from home, my sister, Liz, brother, Richard, my stepsons, Mason, Alex, and Winston. I could not do this without their love and their support. And I want to thank all of the statewide leaders who are with us today. My partner in governance, Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist, our Attorney General, Dana Nessel, our Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson. Each has served Michigan admirably over the last 4 years. And I am so grateful to continue our partnership for the next 4. And the same goes for all of the incredible state employees, my cabinet, and my executive office team. I could not do this without every single one of them. And a warm welcome to my friends from the Michigan legislature, the 2 new Democratic leaders who've each made history. Speaker Joe Tate and Senate Majority Leader Winnie Brinks. And I want to welcome House Minority Leader Matt Hall and Senate Minority Leader Eric Nesbitt. Let's work together and continue to move Michigan forward. I want to acknowledge my federal partners, our incredible senators, Debbie Stabenow and Gary Peters, Congresswomen Stevens and Lawrence, who are with us, and our hardworking congressional delegation. And my fellow Michiganders, I am honored that you have put your trust in me to continue leading our beautiful state. I will be a governor for all Michiganders, and I will work with anyone who wants to solve problems and get things done. In November, Michiganders spoke with a clear voice. They want the ability to raise a family without breaking the bank. They want strong protections for constitutional rights and leaders who are focused on the fundamental issues that matter most of their lives. They expect us to embody the values that they live up to every single day, the grit and the grace. They deserve practical problem solvers who can get things done. And let me tell you, Michiganders are smart. We know we face a lot of immediate and long-term challenges, but by working together, we can tackle those challenges. Over the next 4 years, we must do everything we can so we lower costs for families so they can have more money in their pockets to take care of their bills and put food on the table. We need to grow our economy so that every single person can get the skills and land a good paying job. Ensure that every Michigander is safe, going to work, dropping their kids off at school, or simply being home in their neighborhood. We must build up infrastructure for our communities, from the roads we drive on, to the homes we live in, to the pipes that deliver our kids drinking water. Our task is clear. Focus on the fundamentals. Work together and get things done. So let's talk about those fundamentals. What are we going to do over the next 4 years? Well, I'll have a lot more to say in my upcoming State of the State and budget addresses. But I want to share the vision with you here today. Let's ensure that our hardworking seniors can keep more of what they've earned. Let's bring supply chains home to Michigan from China and become an epicenter of innovation, from clean energy to batteries to chips. Let's empower every child, no matter where they live, so that they can pursue their potential by continuing to make record investments in education from preschool to post-secondary. And let's fight for our workers to ensure they can earn a good living, have great benefits, including time with their families, and quality, affordable health care. And let's reduce gun violence, the #1 killer of kids in this country, by pursuing common sense reforms here. Let's repeal outdated laws that limit our freedom to control our own bodies or who we marry. Let's tackle climate change head-on while creating jobs, lowering costs, and protecting our air and our lakes, great and small. If we reach across the aisle and we bring people together in every region and focus on solving problems, we can make Michigan a place where all people can envision a great future, no matter who they are, where they come from, or how much money they have in their pocket. We have a lot of good work to do. I am more confident than ever that our future is bright because of you, my fellow Michiganders, the tough, hardworking people who call this great place home. So how do you know a Michigander? Well, there are a few telltale signs. We show off our hometown with pride by pointing to our hands or our mittens. We have the peninsulas and the Great Lakes on our cars, around our necks, and on our clothing. We rock stormy chromers on our heads and put Carhartt on our backs to keep us warm. We bleed maize and blue, but mostly green and white, at least in this town, right? We were all rooting for Michigan last night, though. We swear by our favorite local craft beer, and we know that the Lions are on their way up. And hey, they've never lost a Super Bowl, right? We know that Michigan is a special place, and we want to make it better for Michiganders today and for those to come in the decades ahead. But what makes a Michigander? It's not any of those things that I just mentioned. It's our underdog spirit and our championship swagger. We are tough, and we never shy away from hard work. Michiganders are competitive. Even if you count us out, look down on us, or fly over us, I promise you, we will defy your expectations. Over the next 4 years, we will dig deep and we will get things done. It's what Michiganders do. We got some famous ones you may know, like a rapper from 8 Mile who reminded us to lose ourselves in the moment. That's right. Or Sojourner from Battle Creek, born into slavery, who fought for liberation and women's equality. Her last name was her legacy, truth. A genre-defining singer from Detroit who told us every single one of us deserves a little R-E-S-P-E-C-T. A young man from Saginaw, born without sight, whose voice lifts our souls. And another from Iron Mountain, who became one of the greatest basketball coaches to ever do it. And Hemingway, one of America's greatest writers, who spent his childhood summers in Petoskey and wrote, "The world is a fine place and worth fighting for." Those are the folks you may know, but there are millions you don't. Centuries of Anishinaabe who fought to preserve their culture and defend the Great Lakes that define us. Generations of families who migrated here from across the country and around the world to escape poverty or violence or just to seek a better life. They built the middle class and the automobile with their bare hands. They saw our spectacular peninsulas as places of possibility. They came with nothing, looking for something. They worked hard over centuries in hopes that their children and grandchildren would have a brighter future with more freedom and opportunity. That's what Michigan is at its best, a beacon for anyone who has been counted out or left behind, the embodiment of hope and defined by hard work. Those of us who are lucky enough to be Michiganders know that, and it's why we love our state. For the next 4 years, our task is to ensure that every Michigander, present and future, can succeed. And our message is simple. We're putting the world on notice that your future is here in Michigan. If you want to have a great quality of life at a good cost of living, your future is in Michigan. If you've got big dreams and an underdog spirit, your future is here in Michigan. And if you want to come together and get things done, your future is in Michigan. I am so excited to get to work. Let's move Michigan forward. So, my friends, Happy New Year. Thank you for being here. Drive safe, and let's go Lions!
All right, come on up, you guys. I think I'm bringing the left. Sorry. Okay. All right. All right. All right.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer delivering her final inaugural address as the 49th governor of the state of Michigan. The speech was a lot of looking forward, right? And as even the governor noted, we can expect more details as she delivers her first State of the State address of her second term later this month. Rick, what's your takeaway from the speech?
Well, we saw a lot of, without getting specific nods towards some policy expectations regarding abortion rights, regarding voting rights, a budget message. I think that there was certainly at least a suggestion that union rights are on the table. Michigan is a right-to-work state, and obviously Democrats have problems with that. Those were all things that were, at the very least, alluded to in the speech. We will now hear two prayers. The first is the prayer for the administration from Rabbi Alicia Harris from Shir Tikva in Troy.
Holy One of Blessing, we thank you for the ability to gather to celebrate this momentous occasion. We will never again take the ability to be together for granted, and we are grateful. We ask for your loving care and protection over Governor Whitmer, Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist, and this entire administration as they continue on this rewarding journey to lead Michigan into the future. Source of strength, reinforce their choice to serve the people of this state and allow them the clarity to make just and fair decisions, even if they aren't always popular. Protect them from bodily harm and hatred. Bless them and their families with health, prosperity, and joy. Keep them in the shelter of your peace. Righteous One, lead this administration to justice and righteousness and remind them that all people are created b'tselem Elohim, in the image of the Most High. We are each a part of the divine and will be blessed with freedom, care, and justice. May all who serve this great state of Michigan look to its people who are tough and resilient and be inspired to follow their example. May Governor Whitmer, Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist, and all who work with them continue to strive for the day when all shall be at one and at peace. A day when, like in the vision of the prophet Amos, justice will flow like a mighty river and righteousness like an unending stream. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may this be God's most gracious will. Amen.
Second prayer is for the people of Michigan. It will be delivered by Imam Muhammad Ali Al-Hayhi, who is the spiritual leader of the Islamic House of Wisdom in Dearborn Heights.
Muhammad Ali Al-Hayhi, Islamic House of Wisdom.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وبه نستعين إنه خير ناصر ومعين. In your name, O gracious God, the guardian of this glorious universe, all praise and gratitude go to you, O Lord of life, liberty, and justice. Thank you, Lord, for honoring our governor, Gretchen Whitmer, with more 4 years in leadership. Please strengthen her heart to continue her journey with the same determination, courage, humility, sacrifice, and integrity. Thank you, O compassionate Lord, compassionate Creator, for the beauties of our blessed state, its magnificent land, lakes, farms, forests, even rain and snow, but especially its hard-working and patriotic people. Please protect the people of our state from any evil and harm, evil of pandemic, poverty, prejudice, intolerance, extremism, anti-Semitic, Islamophobia. Oh Lord, lead us to love and appreciate the diversity in our neighbors, fellow citizens, and every member of our human family on this earth. Help us, O Lord, to defend our dignity, our democracy, and work for peace, justice, and equality, the dream of Dr. King's, who called for beloved community and considered injustice anywhere as a threat to justice everywhere. O Lord, let dialogue, diplomacy, and respect direct our disagreements. Help us rise above our differences to work together to serve a wonderful vision for our state, our country, and our humanity. O Lord, let us be passengers of your perfect path, the path of Abraham, Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, peace be upon them. My heartfelt congratulations to Governor Gretchen Whitmer, Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist, and all the public officials who took the oath of office this morning. Salam, peace and love. And as Imam Ali alayhi salam said, we are all brothers and sisters, either in humanity or faith. Good morning, Michigan, and Happy New Year, Michiganders. Assalamu alaikum.
Please welcome back to the stage.
Now, as the day's inaugural ceremonies are coming closer to the end, we're going to watch the retiring of the colors by the Michigan National Guard.
God bless America.
Please remain standing for the retiring of the colors from the Michigan National Guard color guard. You may be seated. Please welcome U.S. Senator Gary Peters.
So our final speaker of the morning is United States Senator Gary Peters, who will deliver the closing remarks. He's served in the Senate since 2015.
Well, as we close, I just want to say
He was representative before that, and then a state senator in the state capitol that he's talking in front of now.
Of Governor Gretchen Whitmer's second term. And we usher in a historic new era of leadership for Michigan. Certainly the last few years have tested our state in unpredictable and unprecedented ways. But together, we confronted a once-in-a-century pandemic, soaring inflation, and efforts to sow distrust in our elections and in our civic institutions. But despite all of these challenges, Michiganders stood strong. We persevered because Michiganders are tough. We are determined and we are full of grit. And no one embodied that spirit better than Governor Whitmer. For the past 4 years, despite the obstacles, she spurred job creation and economic growth. She cut taxes for small businesses, lowered prescription drug costs, and made landmark investments in public education. And while Governor Whitmer has been repairing our roads, she's also been building bridges between diverse communities so that all of us can share a united vision for a brighter future. Now, Governor Whitmer has an incredible team to work with. Today, we salute her partner, a tireless advocate and true common sense problem solver, Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist II. We mark a second term for the people's lawyer, a champion for Michiganders against powerful interests, Attorney General Dana Nessel. And we we recognize a fierce defender of our state's democratic institutions and the sacred right to vote, Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson. Everything this team has accomplished so far has been about rolling up their sleeves, seeking bipartisan consensus whenever possible, and doing whatever it takes to deliver results for all Michiganders. We know the next 4 years will bring new and unforeseen challenges, but this team is battle-hardened and up for the task. And today begins a new 4-year journey on the path to a brighter future for our state and for all Michiganders. Thank you for joining us today, and to those tuning in across the state, enjoy the festivities. Let's celebrate this historic day together, and Happy New Year!
The ending of Senator Peters' remarks there, that concludes the formal portion of today's inauguration from the state Capitol. On behalf of myself, Zoe Clark with Michigan Radio, and Rick Pluta of the Michigan Public Radio Network, and everyone at the Michigan Association of Broadcasters, thank you for watching, and happy New Year.